the Alumni Angel Network is inherently motivated to help you, the student, assuming you are like most or all, it might be actually a requirement. You don't make a carried interest. It is partially funded via fees via university, which means you have time. It's not just like, oh, like deal to deal, like you're out, peace, right? Like you can invest a little bit in nurturing these groups along. And I mean, like, just where else would you get now? Okay, yeah, like if Ben Horowitz is on your board or something, I guess that's probably really cool. But otherwise, like, so there's definitely benefits to that. But like, where else do you get such a one-to-many impact, right? Where you can get in front of a lot of people with a lot of different backgrounds and interests, and maybe it's not a group thing, it's an individual thing, and you end up, building deep relationships there. So it seems like it's, maybe one of the best opportunities that entrepreneurs should know about to take advantage of, because of all the things that you said that I just sort of reiterated. But
Yeah.
I hope that people listen and hear that.
Yeah, and obviously a lot more to grow. I mean, there's, I think, around 4,000 universities in the U.S. So, Brett, if you're saying 40, hopefully this is also a call to action for universities who don't have a group started yet to reach out to you and, start one at their own school. Because I absolutely think it's great to build off that ecosystem, especially with a lot of the entrepreneurship programs, right, that are happening at colleges now are kind of growing. And to me, it was a natural kind of next step or continuation of, okay, cool, I built a business in college, I studied it, was a part of these kind of accelerator programs or clinics. Now let's apply it and see, if I can get some people behind me.
Yeah. And I know we sort of, I mean, gosh, I'm just like a little bit all over the place. One is I also wanted to be like, the startups that help startups start up or whatever. Brett, you can be sort of, an alumni angel network guy that helps other alumni angel networks get their angel network going or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, meaning, we just helped you launch your consulting career, actually. So that's great. But honestly, I was actually kind of trying to set up like the negative of some of the way it started and, versus like the need to kind of start and seed with diversity from the get-go. But like the flip side of that is we are working on that. People are, aware now and are like trying to be intentional. But entrepreneurship, I feel like, is kind of like an American industry, right? I mean, it's kind of everywhere, but like especially here. And so it's great to see. We almost get tired. It's almost like we have fatigue of like more entrepreneurship or this, that, or the other. And so like just the basics of saying like, hey, you're actually driving in more capital into entrepreneurship. That's not even newsworthy anymore. It's like, oh, I guess that's fine. Like, are we all just tired? I'm not sure, but like we should continue to invest into entrepreneurship and innovation. And that's how we drive sort of our kind of prosperity as a people, as a country or world, whatever. So this is only additive to that, to that recipe or whatever. So that's a great thing. I don't know if you want to comment.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed about WIN is we've got a number of our members who would consider themselves angel investors. And that's great. And they are sophisticated angel investors or experienced angel investors. We also have a number of our WIN members that would just consider themselves WIN members, right? They don't necessarily need to carry the angel investor flag, but because they weren't angel investors really until they joined WIN, and they have just spent a career at a technology company or in a role where they didn't really run into entrepreneurship very much. And this is a way to kind of get them into, like you mentioned, just kind of an on-ramp into angel investing. So that has been one of my favorite things is people who I don't think otherwise would have been investing in early stage companies, but because of the tie to the university and the other people who are in the room, it's a fun place for them to come and learn and invest in capital.